Hey y'all, Captain Irix Guy here, back again. Now this video is actually a response to several fans, and they were commenting on I've got several videos of flying the Phantom and things that I do to prepare for the flight, but they were questioning what are my post-flight procedures. Now I fly the Phantom 2 Vision Plus currently, and in the past I've flown the DJI Phantom 1.1.1. So what I'm about to say could be applicable to those DJI Phantoms, and actually any DJI Phantom for that matter. So after you've flown, especially if you've flown in a humid or potentially salty environment, being Captain Irix Guy, I'm usually swimming up to a beach with my waterproof and ruggedized case and getting out and flying that Phantom. So there's often, even though I'm careful, there's often sand and or moisture that gets on the exterior and potentially in the interior of the Phantom by way of the, if you look at the top of the Phantom, there's the little holes. So what do I do to better protect my investment? Well, after I land the Phantom, one thing that I always do, and this is something that you may not think about, and a lot of people, they purchase the DJI Phantom carrying cases, which enable the Phantom to be stored with the propeller zone. Now that's perfectly fine, and it may seem to be convenient. But what you got to think about, and this isn't just applicable to a DJI Phantom, but any sort of device, where if you attach something and you leave it attached for an extended period of time, there's a possibility that it may become stuck. Now, particularly with the Phantom, if you're flying in humid environments, salt air environments like I do, there's a possibility that if you didn't remove those propellers periodically, that rust and or other substances could build up in there and cause the propeller to become hard to take off, even if you use that little wrench. When you get your DJI Phantom, you get that little like silver colored Ziploc bag, and it's got the extra spongy things and and then also the wrench. That's your propeller wrench. But if you don't take your propellers off every time after flying, in my opinion, it's not the optimal way to do it. So every time after I fly my Phantom, the first thing I do, I take off the propellers, and you can check the link within this video's description to see the configuration that I use. But I use that case for my Phantom, and then I just stick the propellers in my pre-molded slots, so that I don't keep them attached to the Phantom when it's not in use. And then I also get not a dripping wet, but a moist towel, paper towel, regular towel, and I wipe off the exterior of the Phantom, the plastic body part, and then I also wipe the little screw type things that the four propellers attached to. And that just better ensures that if salty air did get to it, or, when I landed it in the sand and maybe it splashed up a little bit of water or something, it just better protects my investment, knowing that as soon as I finish flying, that not only did I take the propellers off, but I also, thoroughly clean the unit with a damp but not dripping wet towel. You don't want to get water on your Phantom. So what else do? I take all that out, and I'm very conscious about where I put my batteries. So after I've flown, I make sure that inside my carrying case that I put my batteries that have been used in a separate location from my batteries that have not yet been used. That way when I return to my home base, I can charge my batteries. And it's a good thing to keep that organized. Also, every time after I fly, and typically I do this with my car charger, either in my boat or in my car when I'm on the road, I'll plug in that little USB cable so that I can recharge the Wi-Fi range extender. because that's something that a lot of people fail to do after flying their Phantom. They fail to recharge that Wi-Fi range extender. Then when they get out to the field the next time and they've got all the other batteries are charged, they can't fly because they don't have that charged, the Wi-Fi range extender. Also charge the batteries in the controller. If you're like me, you're still flying the older Phantom 2 Vision Plus. So it's got 4 AA batteries. So after every flight, I recharge those 4 AA batteries. If you've got a newer Phantom, you likely have a rechargeable battery inside your controller. So keep that charged. Keep that charged as well as your Wi-Fi range extender. And then obviously, as I'd mentioned, your batteries that you put in the Phantom itself. Trying to think of any other post-flight procedures. Obviously, I inspect the, in my case with the Phantom 2 Vision Plus, with a microfiber cloth that's free of any sand or dirt or anything. I gently ensure that the camera lens is pristine, and then I put the DJI camera cap back on the lens to protect it, and then I also put the little DJI gimbal protector back in there to protect the DJI Phantom 2 Vision Plus from unexpected damage during transport. And I look at the overall body of the Phantom and make sure that no damage was encountered during flight. I mean, maybe there was something that made impact with it that was falling out of the sky, like an asteroid, not an asteroid, but a meteorite or something like that. And maybe I didn't see it, and it put a little chip in it, put a little dent in the plastic. So that's something I inspect as well. Like any other vessel or aircraft, you want to make sure that it's in 100% functional condition before flying. And those post-flight procedures are just as important, if not more important, than the pre-flight procedures. So again, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, youtube.com/iRixGuy. I've got a few hundred DJI Phantom videos now, thousands more coming soon. Check the link within this video's description. You can find for yourself where to order the Phantom and the various accessories that I mentioned. If you can't find what you're looking for, send me a message by way of iRixGuy.com, and I'll be happy to find a link and email it directly to you. And again, be sure to subscribe, youtube.com/iRixGuy. And fly safe and recreationally, and have a good day.